You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source.
Hindsight. Good versus bad. When I look back, the deck was stacked with how I should have lived, who I should have loved. Got me looking in a mirror as I drive. Eyes on the road, I seem to strive for things from ghosts of past. Let me press the gas. Hindsight.
now I know better.
I've been out on more than one occasion, but baby, I've been saving up my love for you. Drop a check in, Father, and I'm waiting. Been working hard and patient from 9 to 5 to weekend, and I know who to spend it on. There's only you to excel. I got some PTO, so check into Hilton and let's go. Don't wanna be moonlighting, we're
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of the Indie Live Spot. Hope you all are having a great weekend and glad you can tune in for today's show. We are very, very excited because we have a special guest today, Mr. Marcus. Marcus is in the house. Mr. Marcus, Click. Yeah, I almost got, I got stuck there for a minute there. I was getting ready to say another Marcus. I said, no, I'm not going to say that one. but but Marcus Click is in the house, and we want to welcome this brother in the house. Thank you, Marcus, for being here today. We're very excited to be talking with you. You're such a great artist. I've heard some of your music, and of course, I've have some of your music because I've actually been, I've had some of your older music, and then I think the latest track I have that you have, and you may tell me if you have something even newer than this, but I know the latest one that and I love it too. It's called Sound Alarm. Are you from? Is that your latest, or you have something else that's out?
Well, I have. That was one of my singles. Yes, this on my new CD, Brand New Day, and thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here. But to answer your question, Sound Alarm is one of my singles. But yes, I have a slew of new music out on this CD. So awesome. Yeah, I'd like to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, great, man. Well, we like I said, we really appreciate you being here, and want to give thanks to Miss Desiree for hooking us up with you. And yeah, man. So welcome. Of course, Joyce, Vaughn, and Ray's here, and we got the full crew today. So this ought to be all awesome.
Great, awesome.
Yeah. So man, you play saxophone, and you play it very well. Love your sound, man.
Thank you.
How long you been doing this thing, man?
Wow. I started in the second grade, but I went through elementary, middle school, and then I stopped for high school. Because the high school I went to, we didn't have a band because I played sports. After that, it was all about, football, basketball, track, and all that good stuff. So I didn't play my horn in high school. But then it came back around, during some time after I had been in the Navy, because I'm a veteran, Navy veteran. I picked jazz back up. Actually, I got introduced to jazz during that time frame. I think it was in late 80s, 88, 89, 90 time frame. And I got turned on to smooth jazz, and the rest is history. But I didn't play again for, I played little stuff here and there, but nothing big, because I had to get my skills up. I didn't aspire to be a professional saxophonist. It's just something that came back around. It was like a calling, when you run into a wall here or there, you get directed somewhere else, and it just stuck. I just felt, this was what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Well, I was just thinking, since you was in the Navy, and when you said that you was in the Navy, that you might have been playing in the Navy band or something like that.
I didn't, but I saw the band play at different little events, and I like, man, it'd be neat to play, in the Navy band, but things happen. I just didn't. It's a lot of work that goes behind trying to transition into something different once you're in the military. So I said, no, I'm getting out of
here. I'm at to disagree with you on that one, Marcus. See, I'm a veteran.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I have to disagree with you on that. Yeah. You can damn sure transition to any other thing that you want to, job-wise.
Right.
You just didn't want to do it.
Well, when I joined, I didn't know they had a band, number one, and then when I found out they had a band, I'm like, darn, how do you do this? And then, I realized that's too much red tape, so I just didn't. I said, well, and I didn't want to stay in for 20 years. they got enough years out of me, and I felt like, hey, it's time to move on. I didn't want to go to sea anymore and leave my family and all that stuff. So
How long was you in?
I was in active duty a little over 10 years and reserve 2.
Oh, well,
So-
see, you spent all that time in there, even in the reserve. You should have just went on there and retired from that, you know. But like I said, the Navy band would have been one hell of an experience in there. Because
Yeah,
they travel all over the world, and the job that you doing, you'd be playing for them. You would be doing the job.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you know, hey, it came full circle, and you know, I'm thankful for that because I was clueless back then. You know, I just wanted to play because I like music, but there was something a little bit more deeper than that. You know, that when I came to realize, okay, well, I guess I'm supposed to be doing this. You know, because I tried to put it down many times, the saxophone that is, and find its way back in my hands, and I'm meeting all these people around the country that encouraging me. So that's really how it kind of got started, you know.
Well, that's
journey.
That's really a good thing, man. You know, like I said, you've been trying to put it down and work that 9 to 5 and all that, you know. But I knew that you probably still working the 9 to 5, but still going out there playing and performing. Am I
Right.
correct?
Right. Yeah, trust me. What COVID did to the music industry, or I'd say musicians, as far as a livelihood, you got to have more than one income stream, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't solely rely on music, but it has been a blessing. I'll say that, you know. But
All right.
yeah, I have multiple areas where I pull from.
Awesome.
Okay, then. Well, I can understand that one. All them different streams, well, they keep you busy, you know. See, I know how military people think. When they're in the military, if they ain't trying to sell Amway, they trying to do this and do this over here. all of the streams.
You said Emily. Yeah.
He's old.
Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah.
And again.
I'm dating myself because I'm familiar with Emily.
It's either
Yeah, I know about it. So, you know, yeah.
Every
You try
day
to have
or
all them streams to make money, and then wind up ain't making a dime.
Yeah, but I didn't do Amway. Nah.
No.
I mean, I did dabble in some, you know, some sales type of, you know, MLL, but yeah, it just wasn't, you know, worth my time. Too much work for nothing.
Too much
like you
work for
said.
nothing.
Yeah.
well, they try to tell you it's easy. No business is easy. No
Right.
business is easy. I'm sorry. Whatever you do, whether it's what is it, MLM they call it, whether it's MLN, well, it's Mary Kay Avon or whatever. You got to put some work into it, into sales and marketing. And you know, when somebody approached me, why don't you sell Mary Kay? I said, I'm already selling. I'm selling all the time. I don't want to sell another product, if you know what I mean.
Right. Right.
I'm constantly marketing music, constantly doing this, and then to bring something else to compete, it didn't make sense. Since they both are equally hard, I prefer to stick to something. But you know, when you brought it up, because a lot of people think musicians are crazy for devoting their lives to something that doesn't pay well. How do you respond to that if somebody says, "Why are you doing this? You can't make no money"?
Well, put it this way: you can make money. It just takes time, and it depends on what venues or events, you know, you're playing or performing at. So you can make money, but initially you're gonna do a lot of free stuff, you know, volunteer stuff. But then you'll start making a few bucks here and there. But then some of it is promotional, and so obviously your time and your marketing is free marketing. So you got to make the most of it in that regard. But then later on, when you get some type of notoriety or got product out there you're trying to promote, yeah, the dollars are gonna come. So I've never focused on the money aspect of it. It's different now, but you know, back then starting out, I didn't think about money because I just wanted to play. It was fun. you know. But then when people start saying, "Hey, well, I'll give you this, I'll pay you this, I'll pay you that," oh, okay, you know. But then I start educating myself because a lot of people don't tell you things unless you have a mentor or you got to kind of do your own homework. And unfortunately, you know,
Well, you know, by you doing your own
it's
homework,
just
you know, which that's gonna be good for you because you're gonna learn the business. You
right,
know, you have to learn it. You know, nobody can actually teach it to you.
right,
You know, you have to step in there and learn this yourself, and be more successful when you learn it yourself.
exactly.
You know,
And that's what I had to do. You know, people that were already in the business and you know made a name for themselves. I was able to meet them, ask them questions, because my thing was before I would say became professional, I would attend concerts, saxophonists, you know, artists, and I would actually study. I would, you know, enjoy myself, but it was a different mindset. I would go to concerts to study, to see what they're doing, you know, and then after the show, I'd meet them at their table and maybe ask them a few questions if I could, you know, and grab little nuggets here and there. And that kind of like stuck with me. I was a sponge. And then when I end up meeting people who trained me musically, you know, I want to hear, give me your best, give me the truth, you know, give me your advice. Where am I at? What do you think I need to do? And the good, bad, and the ugly. And it wasn't fun all the time, but hey, that's just me. If I'm gonna go after something, I'm gonna, you know, try my best to you know, maximize the moment and master my gift, you know. And it's still work, but for the most part, I'm hey, you got to grind.
but see, the thing was, you was trying to walk away from it. Period. You know, because you had a family, you got to figure out how you're gonna take care of your family. But see, but you're drawn back to it. See, and that's the whole thing. As long as you keep it up, you'll be all right and still work your 9 to 5. You know, once you start making them ducats, you can quit that 9 to 5.
Exactly. Right. You hit it on the head.
I think so.
I want to ask you a question about the song that Gary mentioned earlier, Sound the Alarm. You said it's on your current CD, your latest album. Because I don't know if we can call them CDs anymore since, you know, their CD players aren't in cars and new computers and whatever. But on your latest album, so we'll go back to the old way.
Yeah.
What is that about? Sound the Alarm. Sounds like a message to me.
It is a message behind it. Sound the Alarm basically is telling people, hey, it's time to wake up. And this song was collaborated during the time of COVID and police brutality, you know, and a lot of things going on in the community. So, you know, I heard that message, sound the alarm, wake up, you know, let the alarm go off in your mind and in your life. It's time to get serious, stop playing games. You know, I say a lot of times, you know, you get people our age, or I say my age, speak for myself, and they're still playing these mind games or trying to, it's like, really? I don't have time for that, you know? So that's kind of like sound the alarm. And then you see the news, all the craziness out there. Now, some things are out of our control, but if we do have control over how we respond to people or situations, that's going to make all the difference sometimes, you know. Unfortunately, we've lost several of our brothers and sisters through violence. And, you know, but if you're in a situation, you got to observe the situation here. You know, it's hard, I guess, until you're in that situation or position, we react sometimes before we even think. And sometimes of our own fault, you know, we get ourselves in situations we shouldn't be in because we're not thinking, whether it be making a decision or physically doing something, So that's how Sound the Alarm came about. It was at that time when the COVID, and I was grinding, trying to get this album done. Yeah, like, I got too much time and the gigs are not hitting, right now. But so I was in the studio calling producers, hey, let's do this, let's finish this song, hey, I thought of this, and everything just came together, and
Nice.
that was one of them. Yep.
Well, I think it's great. I remember on Twitter where I follow Gerald Albright, and he was responding to a comment that told him, you're a musician, you shouldn't be involved in politics. And or, whatever's going on in current events, and it's too political for musicians. And I loved his response. He said, well, don't I pay taxes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pay taxes. I vote. So telling a musician, because I know that that's come up with other artists I talk to, we shouldn't talk about it because of our brand. It could mess up our brand. But I like Gerald's response when he said, I pay tax, I pay taxes, and I also vote. So we can't be discriminated against because we're musicians and not get involved. So I say that I commend you for writing about it and say, sound the alarm. There's a lot going on and we need to pay attention and not take things for granted. In other words, what I'm hearing you say is don't wait until it happens to your child or your spouse or your child. You know what I mean?
Right.
Be serious. So when I hear things like that and an innocent life was lost, I do take it seriously. And because even now we're hearing in the news about killings. It gets so bad sometimes, remember Aretha Franklin, who's zooming who? Now it comes to who's killing who.
Yeah.
It's a sad state of affairs, and we as musicians, we're human too. We feel that stuff too, and we have. If you can have an opinion, so can we. If you can hurt, so can I. If you can get mad, I can get mad too.
That's
Exactly.
That is true.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's funny you say that because I am careful on some of the things I post or say when it comes to politics, but I am very vocal about things. Just gotta be careful though, that's in any industry, but Gerald's right. I pay taxes, I vote. So
yeah. And I don't ever remember him posting anything that is so controversial, like like supporting any president, because you can post something that people can take as political. Like they might say, oh, sound the alarm. Oh, that's too political. That's not political. You have a right to express yourself in that regard. So I get it. You're right. We do have to be careful, but at the same time, we, like I said earlier, we have a right to feel the pain, get angry, and be upset about things where innocent people are losing their lives.
Yeah, that is true. Ray, hold on for a second, Ray.
Okay.
What since Joyce did bring that topic up about the track that we are talking about, Sound the Alarm, I want to go ahead and take this time and put that track on, let people listen to it. Then we'll come back because we lost Vaughn. I don't know what happened to Vaughn. There was some little technical issues there I was noticing. And then plus, Joyce, I'm listening to you, and when you're talking, I can hear like a little crackling or something.
Crackling on you.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
let's do that. Let's put the music on. Let the viewers check that out, and then we'll come right back. Okay. So
I'll go find out what's going on.
Yeah. So y'all check it out. It's gonna be, you're gonna like this. It's really nice. So keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Each moment brings us closer to running through heaven's doorway. when the sweet rhythm of our love is the only sign. Since we got now. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
background. And on the inside, if you haven't listened to that, check that out. That's Roger Ryan produced that. He's out of Nashville, and he's an 8-time Grammy nominee producer.
Okay, very
Brother.
nice.
Well, Gary done snuck us back in.
Yeah,
So,
told you it was coming back.
He did.
I
He
told you it
did.
was coming back. I don't play.
oh, okay then. I must have missed it, G.
You did.
Hey,
You
you
did.
missed it.
But yeah, we got the chance to hear some of Marcus' music, man. That was very nice, and I really like, I like all of your music, man. Because like I said, I actually heard the whole CD, but the track that we just faded out, which I'm gonna play some more of it because we didn't get it in full. That Sunday Drive, is that original from you, or is that somebody did that? That melody.
Bob
Bob
Yeah.
did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I like that track, man, because it just, I don't know, something about that melody and everything, man. And it sounds kind of familiar to me for some reason. I don't know why, but very nice, man. Very nice.
Yeah, we did this song. Thinking about doing a remix, but we'll see.
And then Brand New Day, what was that one?
Brand New Day collaborated with Jonathan Fritzen. He's
Jonathan. Okay, yeah.
He's a smooth jazz pianist.
Yeah, we had him on this program, but it's been many years ago.
Okay.
Early years.
Oh, his name sounded familiar. Okay.
But I'm definitely familiar with John. He has some great production, music, and everything. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Very nice, man. Very nice. Now I think Bond may be trying to get back in there. I don't know. I see a blank screen. I see a blank screen. So I don't know.
Yeah, I saw it.
Right when we
Can
come
y'all
back,
hear me?
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you, Von.
Okay, because I'm having a problem with the camera right now. I'm still kind of working on the thing, so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because earlier, before we went off the air, there was two of you. And one screen was blank, and then we had your other screen. That's the reason I had to go to speaker view, so that way, because it messed up the whole thing. I don't know what's going on over there with you, Von.
But
Well, I hope you guys can hear me okay.
Yeah, we can still
That I
hear
don't
you.
have to use these. Okay.
We can hear you. But yeah, man, that was great. Like I said, the music is awesome. And did you tell you're actually working on some new stuff, or you got something else going on?
Well, I mean, I do have other songs that are, in the pipeline. Kind of taking a short break here after releasing my CD, so I'm not really fully recording back in here yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have some other music, and I'm communicating with other artists to see who I'm gonna put on my next one.
Sure.
So trying to get all of that lined up.
Very nice. Now, have you been out performing and doing your thing?
Oh yeah, I just had a show in Richmond, Virginia, October 5th at the Tin Pan, and so that was nice.
Super cool.
I know you always hear this question about. I'm sorry, G. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna ask who was his band back in. Do you have a core band, or you kind of play around with several different cities or whatever?
Well, it was some local musicians I would recommend it to use. Junior Collins on drums, EJ, gosh, can't remember their names. EJ, he's a bass player, and we had a Lucille on keyboards. So I had a quartet during that event or that concert.
Nice. Awesome.
Well, do you play around Jacksonville where you at now? You're in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, I'm in Jacksonville. Yeah. Yeah, I play here. Actually, in a couple weeks, two weeks, I play at the Atlantic Beach Jazz Festival.
So you gonna be in Atlanta?
No, the Atlantic Beach
Oh,
Jazz.
excuse me.
Yeah, here. It'll be here outside of Jacksonville.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be playing that. If you want to come down, 6 p.m. Hey, everybody else who's I'm not gonna say that. I'm saying everybody else playing might as well just set their stuff down.
Well, shoot, I'm down there. Yeah. Shoot. That's a long drive, man.
That's right. You in Oklahoma?
No, I'm in Fort Worth, man. It's a
That's
long
right,
drive
Texas.
down through there.
Yeah, that would be quite a drive.
I think I'm the closest one to you, Marcus. I'm right here in Atlanta.
Oh, who's that, Vaughn?
Yeah, I'm right here in Atlanta. So,
Man, that's a 45-minute flight. You might as well come down.
I know, right?
Hey, we drove down through there, and this is the first time I went on a cruise, and I said, "This is the longest ride I've ever been on in my life." You know,
that Florida's a long ass state.
That Florida's a long state, brother.
It
You
is.
ain't lying.
But Jacksonville is the closest to the state line, though, as far as big cities is concerned.
Yeah, we're right there at the border between Georgia and Florida.
Yes,
Florida.
Mhm. They call us South Georgia because
South
we're
Georgia.
so close.
I can see that.
I mean, and two, it's not. I mean, it's beautiful city.
It is a beautiful city.
It's not like Miami where you see palm trees everywhere.
Because it's still in the country, though. Jayville's still in the country.
Oh no! Well, Jacksonville, I wouldn't say it's the country. It's the largest city in the United States per square mile. So
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
it's huge.
it's huge. Yeah.
Certain parts, obviously, you don't want to hang out in, and that's everywhere. But
I know.
it's not Miami to the point where it's really tropical, unless you go purposely to the beach area.
Right.
Other than that, it's like a normal city, and
Like Georgia.
Yeah,
like Atlanta.
South Georgia.
Yeah.
Now, what's the capital? I can't think of the capital of Florida. What's this?
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Now Tallahassee's close to the border. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. But it ain't tropical looking. That's all.
No, that's country right there.
Oh yeah. That's country.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Florida State or FAMU,
Yeah.
would just be trees there.
Hey, Vaughn.
Yes, sir.
Can you just put your mute? I mean, not your mute, but can you strike your camera out? Because
I'm gonna try because it's got that red line and it won't move.
Oh, you do have a red line through your camera?
Got a red line through it. I keep clicking on it, but then everything freezes up.
Oh, that's what's happening.
So I don't know what's going on. So I'd rather just kind of like work with it right now. I hate these technical issues sometimes, man, because it just kind of gets in the way of the flow of the show.
Yeah, that's
Did I just say that? The flow of the show.
Okay.
Now you know.
Well, we'll just talk to your
Now
black.
I know.
We'll just talk to your black box there, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, what it looks like. Yeah.
That's all we can see of you. And I can't do. If I do speaker view, because whenever somebody talks, if I put it on speaker view, then it puts that person on the full screen showing, which is cool. I do that every so often. But as soon as if you start talking, Vaughn, then your whole screen is gonna be just black. So
now he done dropped
now
off.
he done popped off. Sorry about that. He's gonna try to clear his thing up.
Man.
But anyway,
Is he still
Joyce,
using dial-up or something?
I know, right?
And what's amazing, when we signed on, none of us had problems.
That's right.
Well, I never have a problem.
Well, I beg to differ.
So
some of us are not aware of our problems. But that's okay.
Right.
Gary's it right.
So Joyce, you was gonna try to say something to Marcus earlier before.
I was.
Go ahead.
That's okay. Oh, I actually, Mac interrupted, but that's all right. I have two questions. Which saxophone is your favorite? And number two, who are your favorite saxophone players from back in the day? Let's say from the 50s to current.
So first question, what's my favorite
Favorite saxophone is soprano, alto, tenor, or bari?
Alto. Alto. I mean, I have a soprano, but you know, my alto is where I started, so those are the roots. And a lot of greats were on alto. So hey. And to answer your other question, I'm sorry.
Any particular reason? Because it was your first, or any other?
Probably because when I was a child and I got turned on to jazz, or at least I don't even know if I knew it was called jazz. I just knew it was music. It was Grover Washington Jr., you know. And so I saw him playing the alto. And then I saw David Sanborn. Then I saw John Coltrane and Najee and Gerald Albright. And most of those guys, I mean, they play other horns, saxophones, but alto just was, to me, the main one that I really want to try to play. You know, I mean, I'm thinking about playing my soprano more, but hey, if it ain't broke, you know. I mean, there's guys out there like, I say like Marion Meadows. All you see him on mostly is soprano.
That's it. That's all I ever see.
Yeah, but he plays other saxophones.
I think Paul Taylor is the same way too, right? Paul plays soprano.
Yeah, Paul's the same way.
Well, I was the hyper child growing up. I couldn't sit still. So I love variety, eclectic genres and everything. If I had the time, I would learn how to play a guitar. I love guitar. I would learn how to play. And I did start for 3 months, but I stopped because it was time to go back to college, and I lost my calluses, and I'm like, that's it. I'm not gonna do it again. But I think it's whatever makes you happy. Everybody has to find their own lane, build their own brand. What do you like to do? What's fun for you? Because, you know, flying, as Gary and Mac and Vondo, flying with multiple instruments can be a challenge.
Oh yeah.
And from experience, so.
Yeah, nowadays, and I'll tell you this, I'm talking about flying with it. I got nailed. Maybe I should put their airline on blast, but I was charged, you know, you get one carry-on and then you can check in if you check a baggage if you like. Well, I carry my saxophone. I'm not checking my saxophone. They charge me $99. Woo!
Blast out the airline.
On the plane?
No.
Yeah, blast them out.
Check this out. Because I used them round trip, and the first leg of the trip, fine with it. Okay. Nothing at all. But I get to the gate to get on the plane, and my coming home from Richmond. Sir, you gotta get another line and pay $99. And so I'm like furious, you know. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
That's crazy.
And so anyway,
you flew the same airline?
Yes, I need to write them. I need to.
Look, I wrote Delta. I wrote them a long one.
It wasn't
telling
Delta.
them about themselves.
It wasn't Delta.
But
about the American Airlines.
I wasn't them either.
It wasn't them?
Nope.
Spirit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Spirit Airline.
Well, you flying my airline then.
Well, the reason why, because my friend, y'all know Lala
Bargain
Johnson.
basement right there, buddy.
She had problems with Spirit Airline, and she put them on blast on social media and tagged them, and they said, reach out. Lala Johnson, she sings background for Erykah Badu, and she does a Tina Turner tribute band that I'm a part of. And she was going out of town on business. and she got had some problems with Spirit Airline and put it on Instagram, tagged them, and actually responded to her and said, please call us so we can make this right. Now, the way Delta dealt with me was gave me some Sky Miles. I don't care about Sky Miles.
Exactly.
I care about it when I get there that you guys are consistent about. I can deal with bad weather and plane delayed. It's inconvenient, but I can't deal with you saying it's okay one time, then the next person says, no, we got to check it in. I'm like, no, you can't check this in because there's thousands and thousands of dollars in this bag, and you can't do it if you can't guarantee me. And I tried to tell him, hey, look, I already flew 2 flights, connecting flight coming here. The plane was full. I'm only a few inches longer one way. That's it. It's not going to be a problem. They wouldn't even try. Long story short, I witnessed a tall guy walk on the stage, on the plane. They said, oh, sir, that's not going to fit. Well, that's amazing because it fit the other plane. Okay, go ahead. I'm like, why didn't I get that response? It got real quiet. It got real quiet, and they hustled to get it in there.
I had a problem with United.
Mac, I let you finish. Can you let me finish, please?
Oh, please.
No, but it got real quiet, and that's when they started, and they found that it was real easy to fit it. And I'm wanting to know, why did y'all judge me that one time? I even offered to show him the law that passed in 2012 where you have to accommodate musicians. And I don't want to see it. So I think that we do need to file complaints. And if they get enough, then they start training everybody. See, the law is passed, but they don't want to enforce it. They're not taking it seriously.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a law. If you want, it says they have to accommodate. And they should not have charged you $99 for that instrument. That's not part of the act that was passed by Congress in 2012, I believe. The Monetary Something Act. Yes. And a lot of people don't know that. I had it on my phone. It was a guitar player who told me, he said, I'm emailing you, put this on your phone. But they didn't want to look at it. The first person. It's a lot longer story, but this show is about you. So I don't know.
Hey, I'm gonna reach out to him. I just been on the go ever since I've been back home, but I'm gonna take time out and send them.
They need to reimburse you.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Man,
let me know if you need
my saxophone in. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need the law, and I can send it to you. If you want it, I'll send it to you. Let me know. Gary has my information. Okay.
But United, I had the problem. United had me to repack my bag before I could put going down to the to go out there on the plane. I had to repack them. I said, this is crazy. Then I had my camera case, my camera, and my backpack with my laptop and stuff in there. They were trying to charge. I'm not paying for that. Then when I got in there, when I got on the plane, and I'm in that tight ass seat, and just crazy.
I wonder why. I wonder why it was tight.
Try to get your money back. I would try to get mine. I would, and send them that law that they're supposed to accommodate you. And you said you had your alto sax.
Yes.
No, they can accommodate the alto sax. See, I had an alto, soprano, and flute. There's no way that they should charge you for that. You're allowed. You had one carry-on and 2 bags, right?
Right.
They were wrong. They were wrong. You need to report them. You need to file a complaint.
I am. Thank you for that advice.
Oh yes, go for it.
Send me that law too.
I will. Gary, you got his information. I can get it from you, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
No, them airlines is a joke. Okay.
Yeah. It's convenient, and certain airlines is like Atlanta is just, oh my gosh. You catch 2, if you have a connecting flight, and you got to. I had to take 2 trains, and then an escalator to get to the next gate.
Yeah, that's what messed up.
You lucky you wasn't late.
You're right. You're right. And sometimes when you have connecting flights, you don't even know that the gate has changed. You're sitting there and you go, well, I don't see any activity. And then you suddenly get a text and you go, oh my goodness, your gate has changed. And the only reason why I got that text because I went online and put my phone number to notify me. I do everything I can to make sure I'm communicating. So
but you know, this was really pissed me off.
Okay.
And I, you know,
Okay.
I had
You pissed. Go ahead.
I flew in with Istanbul.
yeah, we do need to do like that. Yeah.
Coming back, I was on Istanbul. Until I got to Chicago, they put me on United. Well, I was so pissed about that because I had complained about that the first
That
time
means
because it took me into New Jersey.
Translation. Translation, angry. But anyway, I also, you probably answered that, Marcus. It's the question about who, you mentioned a lot of artists, saxophone players, but they don't have to be saxophone players. Who did you listen to? Who influenced you from the old to the new music?
Gosh. So many people. I mean, my mother, she played music all the time, you know, and so it was like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
They were probably one of the tops. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I already mentioned Grover. You know, going all the way back, who else did she? Billy Paul, the Shy Lights. I mean, good grief. The Jacksons. The Jacksons, but I was so into, I mean, you know, back in the day, Earth, Wind, and Fire and whoever else had these bands that were like a daggone basketball team, you know, and so it's funny because me and my buddies, we grew up hoping to put a band together because we were all in band, you know, and it never happened. But now they joke with me about it, you know, now you got a band. Well, hey, I didn't plan it that way. It just happened that way. So I was the fortunate one to continue the dream, I guess, of being a musician, you know, a professional musician and touring. So, I mean, Manny Ripperton, Stephanie Mills, I mean, they were vocalists, but they were inspirational in their own way, you know, and the saxophone, when I saw that Miss America pageant, that did it. Because actually, there was a Miss America contestant who influenced me as well, you know, in grade school. And then the next time I went to class, band class, we hadn't purchased instruments yet. I was in the woodwind flute class. Well, I didn't want to play flute after seeing the saxophone. I just thought the flute was kind of feminine or girly back then. And
don't tell you lost that.
I know, I was going to say the same thing.
I know it. I mean, you know, things have changed. Yeah, he's great, but you know, I mean, I like the flute now. It's awesome. But back then, as a kid, that was just my mindset, you know, and it just didn't fit with me. And so it didn't, and I asked the instructor, and I waited till everyone left the class because I was kind of shy back then, and I'm dating myself here. I drew on the chalkboard, but I couldn't remember the name of it. I couldn't remember the name, so I said, could I play another instrument? He said, sure, what is it? I said, can I draw it? And I drew what I thought was a saxophone. I said, oh yeah, the alto. And that's how I got moved to the alto class, and the rest is history. Wow. And my brother, yeah, chalkboard.
How old were you at the time, though? Just curious.
I think had to be like 8.
Okay.
Had to be like 8 or 9.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
This is what I want to play.
Yeah. Funny story, but it's the truth.
It's funny, but it's cute because I can see an 8-year-old not knowing. Well, I want to play. let me draw it. And I'm so glad the teacher could understand your drawing, though. That was impressive. So do you draw too, visual arts? Are you into
It's
visual
funny.
arts?
Yeah, I used to participate in art contests and used to win too. But
Wow.
yeah, on a side note, so musically speaking, oh yeah, I hear things all the time, you know. Sometimes I'll forget, but then they'll come back. If I don't record it or write it down, it's lost, you know. But the ones that, particularly like I'm in the studio, you know, everything that comes to me is gonna get recorded. I'm gonna record something, and that's how one of my other songs I would say that's popular. I don't know if you guys heard it. Together We Stand came about during the pandemic time frame when a lot of stuff was going on in the Black community. I collaborated. Yeah, I collaborated with an artist, William Green, out of Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
I know William.
Good, William Green, very well here. Absolutely, great piano
Yeah.
player.
So I wrote the melody of that song, and I sent it to him on video. Of course, it was raw, so it didn't have all the nice flavor to it. But he said, "Yeah, I like that," you know. And we put it all together. And another guy, Ben Paris, as a musician and a producer on that song, he played a few of the drums and guitar. So if you listen to that song, it has a Latin feel to it, but an urban feel as well. So it's a nice song. I may re-release it or do a remix.
Well, you can these days and times you can never have enough protest music.
Yeah.
You never have enough.
Inspirational?
Yeah, it's original. That's the original song.
Okay, nice.
Together
Love.
We Stand.
So how do you feel about independent artists doing cover tunes? And recording, I should say, not performing live,
Well,
but recording.
Yeah, I did. Higher Ground, Stevie Wonder tune. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's in order to get out there and actually make a name for yourself or get some type of notoriety, you gotta do some type of cover that people can identify with. That's just what I've been told, and it happens. I mean, in reality, when you're performing, if you're new, they don't know you, and then they may like your original stuff, but they're really gonna identify with a cover right away.
Right.
And if you have your own flair and it sounds great, oh, you got a fan for life, you know. So, like I said, I did it. Higher Ground actually is being promoted now on radio. So, Mel Holder, the producer, my saxophone mentor and spiritual mentor, he's out of New York, and he's toured with several people, and he's international, brother in Christ. He was actually, Dr. Miles Monroe, he was his music director in the Bahamas. In his Bahamas before he passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Plane crash.
Wow.
He was actually there when it happened and waiting for him.
That was shocking.
I know that's another story, side note, but phenomenal. He's been on me. We've been knowing each other, guys, for about 15 years now.
Wow.
And you know a story behind that? I started listening to his cassettes. I listened to his cassettes and bought it.
Look, you did yourself there, brother.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody in this group.
Everybody in this pool right here can understand what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
I listened to 8 tracks. What does that tell you? But anyway.
Yeah, I know, right?
Me
Go
too.
back there.
Oh, yeah.
I went to a Christian bookstore and bought some jazz. You know, I wanted to hear some inspirational jazz. So, I picked up this cassette. It said Mel Holder. And fast forward, I guess some handful of years later, he attends my church and was performing.
Wow.
I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Divine appointment.
Oh, I met him. I went back to the church. It was an evening concert. I met him and introduced myself. And gosh, the rest is history. You know,
Nice. I love that.
Yeah, we end up playing a song on stage together.
Oh.
He probably took it easy with me during that time. I understand, but now I'll give you a run for your money, Mel. Hope no.
That's funny.
But yeah, he was or is still a inspiration to me and a lot of other people. He's played. Actually had. I'm kind of promoting him, but Rance Allen's on his last CD. He did a song with Ben Tankard.
Yeah.
So he produced High Ground on my CD.
Nice.
My goodness. Has he hooked up with Kirk yet?
Yes, he knows Kurt Whalum.
Yeah.
He knows Kurt Whalum. And you know what's funny? My neighbor across the street is great friends with Kurt Whalum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm connected with all these music professionals and relationships. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's wow.
I was going to ask you, Marcus, about, I see in your bio, it's funny because I don't know if you guys talked about this before since my technical issues, but I had to go back. I went backtrack into your conversation with the great and never late George Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You said you had a conversation with that brother.
Yes.
And George was, and I know here in Atlanta, George Howard was at the height of what he was doing, and nobody did it like George. He was putting out hit after hit after hit, and it was just like, oh my gosh, you know, he had his impact on our city here, you know. Yeah. And so I just was wondering about that conversation, what that was like. You know.
Yeah. So as I was a new jazz fan, aspiring artist, so to speak. I wasn't really an artist, I would say, aspiring to be, just really listening to and enjoying smooth jazz at that time.
Right.
I was in the Navy in Pensacola, and I bought some, George Howard music. You know, every year I'm buying new jazz, keep my collection up. And so it's piquing my interest. I wrote him because I don't think the internet was really out back then, or at least I didn't have online or anything like that. So I wrote George Howard, and I put my phone number in there. And I'm like, I'll put my number there. I'll take it to And he called me. So yeah, he called me. I congratulated him on his CD. He called me. We talked for about 15, 20 minutes. And so I knew I had to be quick, He wasn't going to be on there all day. And I remember, like it was yesterday, it was a Monday night. I was going to college at that time while I was in the military, and I was doing some work, and my phone rang, and we talked. I was just thinking, I was like, are your solos authentic? Your improvisation and such? And he said, yes. And sorry, Kenny G, but he kind of called him out on that was intimate. He's like, he said, I don't rehearse my stuff like Kenny G. I play from the heart and all this stuff. Like, oh man, okay. And so that stuck with me. But then the biggest thing in that conversation that stuck with me the most was he told me, when you get in public, never embarrass yourself. Be ready. Be ready to play and keep practicing, and he said, I'd like to reach out to my fans, and he just so happened to call me. And then years later, I found out he had leukemia, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. I had all his CDs, but that stuff will always, play a big part of my career in music, and I never will forget it.
No doubt.
George Howard, him, I had conversations with Najee. We know each other. I opened up for him in 2021 here at the Jacksonville Jazz Festival. open up for Najee and Jeffrey Osborne. That was like surreal. And, you know, we had trailers backstage and still talking before his show and just taking pictures and, you know, met Phil Perry and Bobby Lau and
Wow, you had an entourage around you.
Man, that was awesome, man. You know, and I'll be bidding again this year, 2024, and hopefully I'll be back out there and around the country because I got this new music out. I mean, I've got so many good reviews. The production of the songs. I mean, I put some time into this, you know, because I knew what I was up against, and I mean the greats. You wanna, if you wanna get out there and play at the big events, you gotta have a solid product. You know, can't be messing around. So I had a lot of good people in my corner, and still do.
Right.
And people I couldn't get on this album. I'm looking forward to the next one. You know, so Gladys Knight's music director. We've already talked. I couldn't get him on this one because he was touring with her last year, and she was trying to catch up due to the pandemic with concerts that were already booked and paid for, I guess. So, you know, we're gonna do some things. Probably gonna do some more stuff with Mel and some other guys or people I won't mention right now, but it's been a nice journey, and I'm just getting started.
I know that's
Let me ask you this: is some of your music on XM radio?
I believe I do have a tune out there. I think it's the Jonathan Fritzen one. Big New Day. I know Together We Stand is on the Music Choice channel, the cable TV music, Smooth Jazz channel. And we're pushing to get High Ground on at Sirius XM now, as we speak.
Okay, then.
Yep.
Yeah, answer that. Once you get them on there, boy, that's a payday.
Yeah. So it trust me.
Now, did you ever meet Kurt?
I have not met Kurt Whalum yet.
These are good people to meet. I used to live with Mel at his father's church and in Memphis. That's where I met him at. Then a lot of people thought Kurt was from Houston.
Yeah, he's Memphis. Yeah.
Memphis, yeah, a lot of people thought that's where he was from because that's where he got his really a start. And they used to have the jazz ensemble with Texas and a competition down in Corpus Christi, and he was a big part of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good people to meet.
I like his music. Yeah, most definitely. Matter of fact, before I talk to you guys, I was on Facebook and saw a picture that you heard of Bruce Allen, Allen. He's a pianist. Anyway, he took a picture. He saw Kurt last night concert, and Kurt called him up on stage to play one of the songs.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Well, on keyboard or sax?
If musicians don't have the upcoming artists, you know, that's a problem. You know, some of them don't want to help you, but a lot of them will help you.
Yeah.
You know, and
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thinking, excuse me. Go ahead.
No, you were saying something about getting help.
Helping artists. You know, I was just thinking that Roy Cargo, let's see, was it Roy? That Marcellus, Whitney Marcellus helped him because he saw him here in Texas, here in Texas, in the Dallas area, of Hargo. And that's how he got his career started. You know, he passed away as a young man, though, but he was willing to help.
Right. Yeah, there's some out there that will help you. And there's some that will keep it moving.
Yeah.
Wish
you luck, huh?
Yeah, and I know something like that, but it's all good.
Too.
It's all good, you know. It's all right. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna get taken care of. So, you know, I don't beg people for anything. My whole
go.
life, I've had to grind on for everything. You know, what I have, and it's just, I believe in hard work. You know, and if there's somebody put in your path that wants to help, great. If not,
but
trust God. And move on.
amen.
Keep it
That's
moving.
how I deal with
You
it
just
too.
keep it moving because a lot of them think they better than sliced bread anyway.
Yep.
You know,
And
what I realize is this. There's a lot of independent artists are better than some of the mainstream artists.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you know what bothers me? And I understand a lot of mainstream artists, they've been out for a while, and a lot of promoters. There's another thing you got to deal with too, being an independent, up and coming artist. You got to deal with promoters who, you know, and the right promoter to give you a chance.
Right.
Some won't because they think about the tickets, but they ain't thinking about helping somebody. And so it's not just the musicians, it's the promoters.
It's
They're
the
thinking about their pocket.
Yeah.
I told one promoter, I said, look, man, I've been talking to you for 4 years. My new album's out. And you've booked the same people every year almost. And before I can even get to you, and you've already got the next year's event booked. And I talked to you 2 years ago.
Right.
And so I had to send a clip of a recent concert to him. And he said, okay. And then I sent it to one of his partners. He said, man, I got to get you on one of these gigs, man. You are good. And it's just, you know, I leave it out on the stage, you know, and let the people judge me. And then if I can get clips and videos, I'm going to post them, you know, and just do that because, you know, timing's everything, but then you're dealing with people who really don't care and it's all about money. Well, not really. I mean, it's my livelihood. And so you would think black people help each other, but they really don't.
They don't.
They don't to the point you would think they would. And so I said to the one promoter, I said, look, you got, let's say 5 to 10 artists that everybody knows. What's one me gonna do to your ticket sales?
There you go.
Look.
But the thing is
We
that
got a friend
you
over
probably
here.
have your following anyway. You know, because you've been at it for a minute, right? Because I could break it down again. That I think that was it Paula Atherton a few years ago was talking to about women in jazz, if you will. Yeah, I can break it down, and it's even harder then. Okay, you said, "Oh, black people really help each other," but when a woman comes in, if she's not singing in the front, it's like, no, people want the male image. They want that, and I try to tell them, no, I've proven that wrong, and just give me a chance, and I can show you. And okay, Mac, I see you.
You know what I'm getting ready to say, don't you?
Put that finger down. Yeah, but let me finish.
Yeah, because I want. Look here, I don't want to bring this
I
to
gotta
so bad. It's crazy.
No, write it down because I'm coming back in a minute. But you know, it becomes a struggle because if you look at every festival, that's what it was. If we look at every festival there is, the percentage of female artists as opposed to male artists. And I'm meeting, because, you know, I'm one of the pinkers of Jazz and Pink. I'm meeting women who can play. They're over and over that we have women coming out doing some amazing things. But I don't want to see us fight for those 1 or 2 spots, if you will. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just, you know, we got to put one woman here. I don't care what the marginalized group is, whether it's a minority, a black person, or a female, or whatever. I don't like seeing, okay, we'll squeeze one in, because I remember Women in Jazz organization was fighting to get women. I think when Marcel is the leader of the Lincoln Jazz Center
I'll be right back.
I think finally, there's a female saxophone, but she had been fighting for years. Joan had been, we need to, let's get more women. Mm-hmm. And even in the orchestra, they started having auditions where it's behind the scenes. You can't even see the person, whether they're male, female, black, white, Asian or whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on, but we just keep going, and understand that Mac and I, where did he go? Mac and I just went to support Tony Exum in Dallas, and on a local saxophone player, Fulton Turnage Open. They were both just amazing. There's so much talent out there that people don't know about. You know, we all, you know, they're just. I posted on Facebook, hey, look at what we had here in Dallas. So yeah, there's a lot of talent. So if you get an attitude and you think you don't want to show up and blow up, there's somebody else.
Right,
You know?
right.
You know, we got a Marcus Click and a Marcus Anderson. So do whatever you want to do. There is talent out there, and so you just have to stay humble. Just stay humble.
Yep.
Don't take it for granted that they can't find somebody else, and you know, you may get to a point where, oh, I'm in now, and I don't have to show up on time. I don't have to do a great show. I don't have to play hard. I don't have to do this. But guess what? There's somebody waiting.
Exactly.
That's how I got booked that way. Hey, can you do it? Yes. I'm old. How many days? I got you. I'm ready. Let's go. And then you get called back again. So what you're saying about being prepared, I agree with that. Be prepared.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, Joyce, I'm so glad you mentioned that, is because I look at it as a purpose of mine to be able to extenuate the platform that we have, you know, as a programmer and programming of the radio station that I'm with, to give you guys every option available. Because, you know, being a performing artist by myself, the struggle is real. And promotion wise and getting people to hear what you sound like, I mean, you need the exposure. You need it. Because people gotta, know. They gotta know. There's plenty of hidden talent out there that's hardly ever seen. And so you get yourself like Marcus and like yourself, Joyce, and all these other great musicians, 5 years ago when I joined Jazz Beats Radio with Daryl Davis, I was like, it was kind of like an outside thing going on, because I never knew about the independent artists until then. Talking with Jay White and what I think is one of the most incredible keyboard artists I've heard in quite some time, out of St. Louis. What's his name? Oh my gosh, he's an amazing keyboard artist, and it's just his name just escapes me immediately. But that happens with my short-term memory. But anyway, it's imperative that we continue to do this. We have the platforms, we have the wherewithal to put you guys out there like that. And sometimes, promoters just don't know. Right. But if you got that connection with a radio station, you're gonna get exposed. You're gonna get heard. Yeah. And they're gonna realize, I missed the boat on that cat. And they're gonna call and say, look, we need you to come in and do this festival. You'll be on with this guy and this guy and this guy and this woman and that woman. And that's what it takes. And you just, I just think that it's a passion of mine, and I want to be able to do that. So that's how I feel about you guys as independent artists. Yeah. It's like, as much exposure as you need, send me your stuff.
Yes,
I'm willing to play.
We're the whole label.
You're the whole label.
Every department is us.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you and every other radio personality for supporting us.
Well,
we actually do get excited when y'all play our music.
Well, you look at the artists themselves, but the artists gonna have to really support us also as a radio station. Bringing in people. Hey, you go over and listen to this. They doing it. They doing this over here. They need to support us also. That's what I see.
I agree. Because I might have to get Joyce to do a couple of drops
I'll do it. All you gotta do is just
I got
say,
some material I can send you, and you can do a couple of drops. I get Marcus in on it too. And absolutely.
I'll
Yeah,
do
if you
it.
need something, let me know.
Man.
No
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Always ready to support.
Well, what I want to do,
I've done those radio drops.
Man, that would be all. Hey, look, I'm going to send y'all some as soon as we get exchange emails. We're going to do this.
Better believe it. You better believe it.
Well, what I want to do,
But
I want to go
Marcus,
back.
can you tell us, let's go back to you now. Tell me, in your experience, your years of experience, what is the hardest thing about being an independent artist?
I had my microphone.
The hardest
Yo,
thing.
right?
My mic was muted. I was trying to get in. I couldn't get in because my mic was muted.
Oh. I was wondering why you were so quiet.
Yeah, so go ahead. I was gonna bust in and play. I wanted to play his that other track that we didn't play the full
We can
version
answer it
of.
later.
But
We can answer it later, G. Let's do it.
okay, let's do that real quick because we got just under about 25 minutes, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get some music.
Yeah, so let me do that right fast. I wanted to play the Sunday Drive again because I love that, and like I said, we only had played about half of it during the break or a little bit earlier, but I want to play it in full, and then we'll come back and then you can ask the question. We'll finish up and wrap things up for the day. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So y'all keep it locked. We'll be right back. You're listening to Mr. Marcus right here on here. So keep it locked. We'll be right back.
It's a chateau music. Chateau Florida, out of Taiwan. They have a headquarters in California.
I'm listening
All
in the
right,
background.
we are back. And man, that was nice. That was really nice.
Very nice.
Very smooth. Like I said, I love that melody. That melody's got a nice melody in it and everything. Yeah. So anyway, we're back and just got a few more minutes left in the show. Joyce, what was you asking? You was asking something before.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the people. Well, first to the ones who are listening and you didn't want to be in the chat. That's great. We're happy you're here. And before I give a shout out to the people in the chat because I can see your names, I want to encourage you, if you like what you're listening to, click the thumbs up. And if you don't like it, just don't click the thumbs down. We don't like those. And also subscribe, hit subscribe, and invite other people, one person to be here next week. And I just want to thank these people. I've been checking out. Hopefully I got all the names. I really tried to keep up. Freddie Fox, thanks for being in the chat. Andy Latin Jazz Rodriguez, Gia Hyatt, Colleen Keithley, Yvonne J. Colleen also gave you a shout out in chat, Marcus as well. This lady is very devoted. She monitors how many groups, y'all? 10 music groups on Facebook, constantly posting recording artists. A lot
Who
of
is
them.
this?
And her name is Colleen Keithley.
Oh, okay.
Colleen. And she's in the chat. If you want to go back, you can see her comments. Yvonne J. K Ward, Radio, Jazzy K Ward is in the house. Henry Mixon, Algie Williams, J.C. Smith, Alex Pierce Goodman, Modoc Music, which is CTK, who is Clarence, trumpet player. Yeah. Jessica Single from Africa, Tanzania, right? Is that the country?
Right, but she's in Canada now.
Oh, she's in Canada now.
But
okay.
she's from Tanzania,
right.
Africa.
Gotcha. And Lynette Rodriguez is in the house. Roy Williams, welcome Roy Williams, Marilyn Ford, and Thomas Durant. And I'm looking real quick, Diana P just signed in to the chat. Welcome. And hopefully I got everybody. All right. Thanks for being here. And now I'm going to turn it back over to you, Gary.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
Can I say one thing? Annie, give me a call, please. You got my number.
He asked and didn't give you a chance to answer.
No, I want to get there before I forget. I've been trying to get a hold of Annie.
But love the track. We were talking off the air, G, about he's an endorsing artist for Chateau, right? Did I get it right?
Correct.
Very nice sound.
Thank you. Yeah, I love the horns. Chateau music. Thank you for the opportunity. And also part of my setup is my mouthpiece is I play a Raptor model, which is through Barry Woodwinds. Okay. They're out of company out of Florida. I think they're near Tampa area. And I use the Van Doren Reeds. They don't endorse me, but they will one day.
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
I love your attitude. That's right. Keep it positive. That's
Definitely.
right. Be confident.
Definitely.
Look what it did for Deion Sanders, right?
Yeah. You could go to Colorado and play the national anthem or something.
You know?
I know that's right.
There
you go.
Yeah. All right. Okay, G. I know you want to.
Well, I just want Marcus, do you want to tell everybody how they can follow you and stuff and the music and everything, your website and all?
Oh, most definitely. You can follow me at, my website is marcusclick.com, which links to my social media platforms. Instagram, official Marcus Click is the handle. Marcus Click on Twitter. I have 2 Facebook pages. Official Marcus Click is my bigger music following, and my other page is Marcus Click. So, I have a YouTube channel, so feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Marcus Click Jazz. You can search that way because I have a son, Marcus Click Jr. So he's the basketball star of the family. So he's in college, but he's up and coming. But Marcus Click on YouTube, you can see some highlights from recent performances, festivals, or what have you, or even I have some material that I usually post for upcoming music sometimes. So definitely do that. And also another thing, a platform I don't talk enough about is Spotify. So you can go to Spotify, look me up. I want to get those numbers up. My following or subscribers, that's free streaming. So knock yourself out.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it where you can follow me. I appreciate the support. I thank you guys for having me. I love all of you. Gary, Ray, Vaughn, Joyce. Hope to connect with you again.
Absolutely.
So
you got to come back for sure.
It's been a treat. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just real quick, is it Marcus Click TV, your YouTube channel?
So how that came about? Marcus Click TV is the name on my YouTube channel, but you can search whether it be that or Marcus Click Jazz. Just some quick little ways of finding my channel. Or now they have at Marcus Click TV. I think that's how you find it now.
Found it. Okay, subscribe. All right, got you.
Thank you.
I just found it.
Yeah, they're constantly changing the way of, analytics work.
Marcus, are you on Instagram?
Oh yeah. Official Marcus Click is my Instagram handle.
Okay.
There's other Marcus Clicks
I'll
out
hit
there.
you up right there. I'll hit you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I found some other Marcus. I need to go on and get that blue check or whatever they call that thing.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The official.
Right.
So you guys just find it and click it. I'm sorry, I had to do that.
Put intended, click it, huh?
Oh, joy.
Diana P is someone you know. Sounding great as always, Marcus. Diana P. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I might know her.
Yeah.
What's her name? Diana?
P. Initial P.
Yeah. Diana Palmer. I know. Yeah. Thank you, Diana, and all Lynette and Annette and all you supporters and friends and fans and family out there. Appreciate it. And go buy my music.
Oh yeah.
I know, right?
Oh, you said that's so blunt. Just go buy my music. That's blunt.
That's
but
right.
it's not so much the family and the friends that really support you. It's those strangers you don't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You're absolutely
I don't know
right.
why that's the way it is, but that's just how it is,
Yeah. Yeah. You have to ask. You ask not. You have not because you ask not. That.
Right.
So
Like they said, closed mouths don't get fed.
That's right.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's a fact.
All
Yeah,
right.
man. I'm telling you, boy,
What's
you been a joy.
next,
You've been a pleasure today.
What's that, Ray?
I said, Marcus, been a pleasure today.
Oh yeah. Love
Oh,
it.
thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
It's been really good. I appreciate this. I've done many interviews, radio and such.
I know you have.
Actually, I was in recently in Orlando. Give a shout out to Afro TV.
Okay.
Awesome group. If you're not familiar with those guys down in Orlando, I was on set. Check them out. They have a YouTube channel.
I think they're on Instagram too, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've seen their stuff. Yeah.
It's funny guy. The crew out there, James. What's his name? Gosh, sorry, y'all. James. He's the guy who runs that show. Child, don't quote me on that.
Afro TV. I don't think there are many channels titled Afro TV, probably.
Sorry, James.
It's all right. James understand. Here it is. Is it? I think the logo it's a black circle with Afro in the center.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. I'll check it out.
For sure, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Well, we definitely
James John. He's funny. But matter of fact, Najee did a concert at their facility. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah, they connected. Good relationship with Najee. And so they popping. So shout out to James John and Afro TV as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
Anybody
And
else?
if I may, I would like to let you know I do remember the gentleman, the keyboard artist I was talking about earlier, Mark Harris II. I don't know if anybody know about Mark's work. Independent artist out of St. Louis. He's tremendous, y'all. He really is. And I just wanted to mention that because I hate to miss out on names of people, and especially these independent artists that have made an impression on me as a radio programmer. So shout out to Mark Harris II. He's that guy. He really is.
Awesome. We'll check him out too as well. For sure. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Again, Marcus, we surely appreciated you today coming on the show. And in fact, again, shout outs to Desiree Benson as well. And
thank you, Desiree.
Yeah.
Really. And man, we definitely want you to come back, man, whenever you got some more things going on.
Absolutely.
Because
most definitely.
Yeah, we really enjoyed
We'll stay in touch.
Absolutely. Okay, well, with that said, I want everybody to have a wonderful, great, awesome weekend, and we'll see you next week, and then I'll pass that over to the rest of the guys here. Everybody, starting with Joyce, you want to kick it off? Go ahead.
Hey, I really enjoyed it. Thanks for sharing your talent, your great music, your experience in the music industry. Because we do have independent artists who listen every week. So, like you say, we're all sponges. So, thank you for everything. And like Gary said, look forward to seeing some new music in the future and having you back.
Thank you, Joyce. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you, everyone, once again. Appreciate it.
All right, Vaughn, let's let Matt go last.
Well, you know me. When it's time to go, it's time to go. And I have to admit, this was one of the first times we've ever been at a show that Ed was not consuming food.
That is true. That is true.
Look, praise break. Hallelujah.
No, I just got through eating, Vaughn. And,
that Marcus, you would have been in for a treat if you had been. I'll let that go, brother.
I would. Marcus, I will eat on the show. I tell you, I'd be hungry.
He comes out here with full meals, Marcus. Trust me.
Yeah, full course meals.
And he knows how I feel about it too. I tell him, man, got a hamburger, fries, drink.
And I'm hiding my little health bar next to me. Y'all don't see it.
I saw him munching on it. I saw him munching on it.
That's a bar. He's like bartending a full course meal. He's got everything. And he's got the paper rolled back and a hamburger like this.
Mouth all full.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I tell you.
Smacking in the microphone. Okay, I'm sorry, Vaughn. Go ahead.
But appreciate you, Marcus. Just keep doing what you're doing, brother. And
I will.
Just keep that art alive, brother. Keep that art alive.
Yes.
Most definitely, Vaughn. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, hey man, I tell you, it's been a pleasure, that you're coming on the show, man. I just, ain't nothing too much I can say. We enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, as Vaughn would say.
Thank you for keeping it real, Ray. Or do you go by Mac?
Huh?
Mac? You go by Mac or Ray?
Yeah,
Ray Mac.
either one, Ray Mac.
Oh, okay.
I just broke up my name, and stuff like that. But no, I'm gonna just keep it out there, keep it like it's supposed to be.
That's right.
You know, there's ain't no shame in this game. But man, like I said, it's our pleasure to have you on. And man, I hope you come on back real soon.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I knew you enjoyed this interview.
Oh yeah, I did.
Absolutely. Well, only thing I can say, see you later. Bye.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Right.
Tell somebody.
listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP